State NFL Roundup, Zach Cunningham on winning side in Titans-Texans again. When Houston upended the Tennessee Titans 22-13 on November 21, Texans linebacker Zach Cunningham made 11 tackles, including one behind the line of scrimmage, broke up a pass and forced a fumble. On Sunday, when the Titans defeated Houston 28-25, Cunningham made 9 tackles, including 2 behind the line of scrimmage, on defense, and also made a tackle on special teams for Tennessee. More NFL Times Alabama NFL Roundup, Josh Jacobs runs to career high for Las Vegas. Times Auburn NFL Roundup, Daniel Carlson kicks Raiders into playoffs. Times NFL postseason field set for Super Bowl LVI tourney. Times Alabama Roots, NFL 1,000-yard receiving club adds 2 on Sunday. Cunningham played the previous 4 seasons and the first 10 games in 2021, piling up 586 tackles in 75 games, including an NFL best 164 in the 2020 season, with Houston before the Texans waived him on December 8. It has nothing to do with production, Houston coach David Culley said when the Texans cut Cunningham. It has something to do strictly with not meeting our standards that we have here. He didn't meet those, so Titans obtained Cunningham as a waiver claim. In his 4th game with Tennessee, the former Pinson Valley High School star helped the Titans secure the number 1 seed, the accompanying first-round bye and home field advantage in the AFC playoffs while Houston ended its season with a 4-13 record. Cunningham was among the 35 players from Alabama high schools and colleges who got on the field on the 18th Sunday of the NFL's 102nd season. 11 other former state players were involved in the Tennessee-Houston game. Times Titans fullback Khari Blasingame caught a 5-yard pass and had a 12-yard kickoff return. Times Nico Collins started at wide receiver for the Texans. Collins completed his rookie season with 3 receptions for 67 yards on Sunday. Times Texans linebacker Tae Davis is on injured reserve. Times Texans safety TJ Green is on the practice squad and not eligible to play. Times Tytus Howard started at left offensive tackle for the Texans. Times Jackrabbit Jenkins started at cornerback for the Titans. Jenkins made 3 tackles. Times Bob Jones started at center for the Titans. Times Titans linebacker Monty Rice is on injured reserve. Times Chester Rogers started at wide receiver for the Titans. Rogers caught 2 passes for 4 yards and returned 4 punts for 23 yards. Times Texans cornerback Tremon Smith returned 3 kickoffs for 58 yards and made a tackle on special teams. Times Texans wide receiver Jordan Veasy is on the practice squad and not eligible to play. In the other Sunday games, Pittsburgh Steelers 16, Baltimore Ravens 13. Times Steelers punter Corliss Waitman was designated as a game day inactive. Waitman had handled the punting for Pittsburgh in its previous 2 games while Pressley Harvin III was out because of the death of his father. Harvin returned to punt on Sunday. Times Steelers wide receiver Damion Willis is on the practice squad and not eligible to play. Cleveland Browns 21, Cincinnati Bengals 16. Times Browns offensive tackle Chris Hubbard is on injured reserve. Times Bengals kicker Evan McPherson was designated as a game day inactive. McPherson appeared on Cincinnati's injury report last week with a groin problem, and the Bengals held out their rookie kicker on Sunday with the team preparing for the playoffs. Times Browns quarterback Nick Mullins dressed but did not play. Detroit Lions 37, Green Bay Packers 30. Times Lions outside linebacker Trey Flowers is on injured reserve. Times Packers outside linebacker Za'Darius Smith is on injured reserve. Times Lions guard Logan Stenberg is on injured reserve. Times Nick Williams started at defensive end for the Lions. Williams made 2 tackles. Jacksonville Jaguars 26, Indianapolis Colts 11. Times Josh Allen started at outside linebacker for the Jaguars. Allen made 4 tackles and recorded 2 sacks as Jacksonville kept Indianapolis from going to the playoffs. Times Jaguars defensive end Jordan Smith played but did not record any stats. Times Taylor Stallworth started at defensive tackle for the Colts. Stallworth made 2 tackles in his first start of the season. Minnesota Vikings 31, Chicago Bears 17. Times Vikings defensive tackle Michael Pierce was designated as a game day inactive. Pierce was sick and did not practice last week. Times Vikings wide receiver Myron Mitchell is on the practice squad and not eligible to play. Times Darnell Mooney started at wide receiver for the Bears. Mooney caught 12 passes for 126 yards. Mooney reached his career highs for receptions and receiving yards in a game as he reached 1,000 receiving yards in his 2nd NFL season. Mooney completed the 2021 campaign with 81 receptions for 1,055 yards and 4 touchdowns. 1K for 11. Crescent Moon at Darnell_M1 #CH4ZMIN pic.twitter.com/JOXTMB5GSI. Times LaShavier Simmons was designated as a game day inactive. Washington Football Team 22, New York Giants 7 times. James Bradbury started at left cornerback for the Giants. Bradbury did not record any stats. Times. Washington guard Shaq Calhoun is on the practice squad and not eligible to play. Times. Giants offensive tackle Khari Cunningham played but did not record any stats. Times. Bobby McCain started at free safety for Washington. McCain intercepted 2 passes and broke up another one. McCain intercepted a pass by New York quarterback Jake Fromm and returned it 30 yards for his first NFL touchdown to give Washington a 12-0 lead with 3:41 left in the third quarter. On the final snap of the game, with New York at Washington's 16-yard line, McCain intercepted a pass at the goal line and returned it 9 yards as time ran out. McCain has 11 interceptions in his 7 NFL seasons, including 4 in 2021. From the quarterback's hands to Bobby McCain's explosion symbol. Television, Fox #WASVSNYG pic.twitter.com/@2and1C4KBV. That's a wrap from Jersey Television, Fox #WASVSNYG pic.twitter.com/M9GKGHIPIA. Times. Washington running back J.D. McKissick is on injured reserve. Times. Washington safety Jeremy Reeves made 3 tackles. Times. Giants wide receiver Kadarius Toney was designated as a game day inactive. Toney did not practice on Thursday and Friday because of a shoulder injury. Seattle Seahawks 38, Arizona Cardinals 30. Times. Gerald Everett started at tight end for the Seahawks. Everett had a 20-yard reception. Times. Rodney Hudson started at center for the Cardinals. Times. Seahawks cornerback Michael Jackson made a tackle on special teams. Seattle elevated Jackson from its practice squad to make him eligible to play. Times. Seahawks running back Josh Johnson made a tackle on special teams. New Orleans Saints 30, Atlanta Falcons 20. Times. Quan Alexander started at weak side linebacker for the Saints. Alexander made 3 tackles, registered a quarterback hit, forced 1 fumble and recovered 1 fumble. Alexander returned a fumble recovery 8 yards to the Atlanta 11-yard line with 52 seconds left in the first half to set up a touchdown as New Orleans took a 24-6 lead. The Saints recovered the fumble forced by Alexander at the Atlanta 29-yard line with 10:42 left to play and converted a field goal on the series to take a 30-13 lead. Times. Saints wide receiver Kawan Baker is on the practice squad and not eligible to play. Times. Saints defensive tackle Braxton Hoyert is on the practice squad and not eligible to play. Times. Anthony Rush started at defensive tackle for the Falcons. Rush made 2 tackles. Times. Saints quarterback Jameis Winston is on injured reserve. Buffalo Bills 27, New York Jets 10. Times. Bills defensive end Mario Addison made 4 tackles, recorded 2 sacks and forced 1 fumble. Addison lifted his sack total to 7 for the season and 67 for his career. Times. Jets defensive end Bryce Huff is on injured reserve. Times. Bills cornerback Siran Neal made a tackle on special teams. Times. LaMichael Perrine was designated as a game day inactive. Times. Bills safety Josh Thomas is on the practice squad and not eligible to play. Times. Quincy Williams started at linebacker for the Jets. Williams made 5 tackles, registered a quarterback hit and broke up a pass. San Francisco 49ers 27, Los Angeles Rams 24. Times. Rams offensive lineman Chandler Brewer is on the practice squad and not eligible to play. Times. 49ers tight end Jordan Matthews is on the practice squad and not eligible to play. Times. Jaquiski Tartt started at strong safety for the 49ers. Tartt made 2 tackles, including 1 behind the line of scrimmage, as San Francisco rallied to earn a playoff berth. Times. Darius Williams started at left cornerback for the Rams. Williams made 6 tackles. Times. Jimmy Ward started at free safety for the 49ers. Ward made 6 tackles. Miami Dolphins 33, New England Patriots 24. Times. Dolphins wide receiver Cody Core is on the practice squad and not eligible to play. Tampa Bay Buccaneers 41, Carolina Panthers 17. Times. Panthers running back Amir Abdullah ran for 26 yards on 7 carries, caught 9 passes for 56 yards and returned 4 kickoffs for 116 yards. Abdullah's previous high for receptions in a game was 6, reached on December 23, 2019, while playing for the Minnesota Vikings. Times. Panthers running back Spencer Brown is on the practice squad and not eligible to play. Times. Panthers cornerback Ty Hayes is on the practice squad and not eligible to play. Times. Buccaneers defensive lineman Steve McClendon made 4 tackles and registered 2 quarterback hits. Times. Buccaneers defensive lineman Raheem Nunez Rush made 2 tackles and forced a fumble. Tampa Bay took possession after the fumble at the Carolina 27-yard line with 6:29 to play and added a field goal for a 34-17 lead. Times. Trent Scott started at right guard for the Panthers. Las Vegas Raiders 35, Las Vegas Raiders 32. Times. Chargers punter Ty Long had a 54.0-yard average with a 43.3-yard net on 3 punts. Long had a 55-yard punt that was returned 10 yards to the Las Vegas 24-yard line, a 51-yarder that was returned 9 yards to the Las Vegas 36 and a 56-yarder that was returned 13 yards to the Las Vegas 32. Times. Raiders linebacker Nicholas Morrow is on injured reserve. Times. Raiders defensive tackle Darius Philon made 4 tackles, registered a tackle for loss and broke up a pass. Philon left the field on a cart with a knee injury with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Philon's TFL came when he helped drop running back Austin Ekeler for a 2-yard loss on a 4th and 1 snap at the Chargers' 18-yard line in the third quarter, leading to a Las Vegas field goal. On the previous snap, Philon had stopped Ekeler for no gain. Week 18 started on Saturday when the Kansas City Chiefs defeated the Denver Broncos 28-24 and the Dallas Cowboys defeated the Philadelphia Eagles 51-26. For more of all.com's coverage of the NFL, go to our NFL page. Mark Anabanet is a sports reporter for Alabama Media Group. Follow him on Twitter at @AMarkG1.